stress.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. Okay, with that, and now we're live. Welcome everybody to Web Tools TV. I think this is our third episode, but that's not what really matters tonight. What matters is our guest, Matthew Holden, and welcome. You're coming to us from Mav Social. Welcome.
Hi, Deb. Hello, everybody. Great to be here with you.
Great to have you. And, I told you I wanted to start with an industry question. So I'm putting you on the spot, but at least I gave you warning via Skype. Oh, wait, I said Skype on a Google platform. But anyway, so I'm curious about images. And so go ahead and introduce, first of all, Mav Social, what it is, and then let us know industry-wide wise. I can talk, yes. I promise I wasn't drinking before I came on here having coffee. Industry-wise, why Mav Social exists, or kind of what need that fills.
Sure. Look, Deb, I'm the CEO and the founder of a company called Mav Social, and we're a visual content and social media publishing platform. And what that does is we work with companies. It is a bit of a mouthful, but it's okay. But what we do is we help companies being able to manage all their visual content, which are photos and videos and audio files, in one central location so that they can then publish them out to all the various social networks. So I think, and what we've been seeing is images are just absolutely everything across social media now. And that's one of the reasons why we have Mav Social, because it's that centralized type platform to be able to help marketers to get their messages out, to be able to really participate. So it's a pretty exciting space when it talks about images and videos at the moment.
That is. I love video. I wish there were like 48-hour days just so I could spend more time making videos, because there's never enough time to do what I want to do. But you're saving time for people, because now and then they spend 23 hours creating it and they can sleep for 45 minutes. They can spend, 5 minutes and get it out there?
Well, video is, anybody who's in video knows how challenging it is. It's a very challenging medium. And anybody who thinks they can easily get into it, they need to really revisit and really understand it in more detail. But video is so powerful. I mean, I'm so excited about what it can do. The quality's changing, gear is getting cheaper, people have got great ideas, and various platforms have opened themselves up now to enabling you to directly post video and audio content to those networks.
I'm sorry, I'm so rude. I was so excited I interrupted you. See, but the Facebook, I mean, now Facebook has its own videos, not just, posting to YouTube.
I think that's one of the real, I wouldn't say game changer just yet, because I think the jury's out. But without doubt, what Facebook have done, and also Twitter, have been able to have video publishing in stream directly through their networks, is something that I think marketers are going to be waking up to see how powerful that is. And that's one of the reasons why Mav Social was born, because I love the ability for marketers to be able to share and tell their stories. And I think video and audio is just such a fabulous medium in which to do that. Over and above really good content and images, and I mean that's one of the reasons why Mav Social really has come into being.
Okay, you set that up really well. I was going to ask you if I can call you Matt, and it says Matt, so I'm going to call you Matt.
You can call me Matt.
Thank you. You said story, so I'm actually interrupting myself now to say I would love to hear the story of Mav Social, and I'd love to hear Matt's story. So how did this come to be? Like, were you drinking coffee at the time, and all of a sudden, light goes on and...
It's it's almost now 10 years since I created my first podcast, and I was in Asia, and I started the first podcast back then. I saw the first iPod, which had the hard drive in it. It was a 20 gigabyte, and then there was a 40 gigabyte little mini hard drive, and I've still got it. It's like an iPod generation 2 and 3. And when the color version came out with an incredibly small screen, I could just see the power of what this was. And of course, I didn't envisage anything of what was happening with the iPad and what it was actually going to become. But I had seen an Apple Newton, many, many years ago,
Oh, wow.
and I saw what that was capable of doing, and then HP came out with various models, and then, of course, the iPod I thought was one of the real big areas of change. And 10 years ago, I said, I'll start doing my own podcast, which was purely audio. I did 100 episodes of a program called Pod Asia, which was a travel program which I wanted to, because I was traveling as an executive of a business back then, I wanted to be able to share with listeners who were traveling to Asia what you should do or what you shouldn't do to be able to make the journey more efficient. And it was 10 years ago. I'm just about to re-release all 100 episodes. I stopped at 100 to the market.
Number.
It was a round number. And the other thing is, I sort of stopped that for a while, but always at the back of my mind was the impetus of being able to. I remember the power of Pod Asia, and that was purely audio. And once video came along, and to do that back in those days was very hard. It was very inefficient. There was no really good encoding software. But
I remember.
Times have totally changed, and now it's still a challenge. And there's those who will do it really, really well and can get the message out. And now there's tools such as Google Hangout, etc., to be able to communicate far more efficiently and more easier. And that's essentially where I really wanted to have that platform where marketers could use a centralized repository where they could store all their videos and store all their audio files and all their photos in one location so that they can participate in social media. Because social media is hard work. It's time consuming, it's constantly changing, and you've got to keep up with it. And I've come from IT, an information technology background, and I saw that it was a great opportunity to be able to do it. And that's what we're attempting to do now with Mav Social, to be able to participate in that area. And to date, it's been an incredibly exciting journey, but like any business, you've got growth ahead of you.
Yep. And you're really innovative. I mean, you took us through like a history lesson here. So I'm picturing like iPods before the iPhone. Like I couldn't figure out why iPhones were needed, but obviously watch videos for one thing. But I had a great question there somewhere. Oh, so I think when we chatted, a few weeks ago, you said something, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, so you can smack me if I'm not, but the Hootsuite for images and video. And we all know Hootsuite's done a good job of establishing themselves, so we know what it is. But you go so much further than that, not just because you're there for images and videos, but you mentioned just now like a content repository.
Without a doubt, I mean, Hootsuite is one of the first companies to market in what I call the social publishing arena. And part of our platform competes directly with Hootsuite, and we cater to a different audience. But what we also have is the one component that Hootsuite, and there's many, many companies in this space. I mean, I've given up counting how many platforms there are. After 150, I gave up.
150, wow.
Easily. They're everywhere because, quite frankly, it is relatively easy to publish software to Facebook. But we look at a global market, and we can publish into Russia with VK in Russia, RenRen in China, Mixi in Japan, but of course the North American, Western, highly dominant social media networks. But the real advantage that we have is that you need to have your content, you need to have your publishing, and at the moment no single platform out there combines the two efficiently, except for what our platform, what Mav Social does and does deliver. So it's been an interesting area. Hootsuite, without doubt, is I think the real benchmark within the business. Mm-hmm. But this year there's going to be significant changes I foresee in the social media arena. We can already see that happening, and of course there's opportunity in that type of sector because marketers, we all demand new solutions, the ability to be able to do things faster and more efficiently, and marketers' budgets are not increasing, and they've got to do more with less, and that's what we're trying to solve.
The demands are increasing, but the money is not increasing necessarily.
That's the one thing I can tell you. Across the board, all industries, their money and their budgets are not increasing.
But they have to have that edge because that could be, for some marketers, that could be the difference between eating and not eating.
That's exactly right.
That makes sense. Well, okay, this is probably a little thing, but I think of it because I do produce videos, and I think I've had to change hard drives. Well, I don't know. I pick up just a random 4 terabyte hard drive on the side just to store the stuff. I have to keep moving it to other archives. I mean, it's like disk space is always an issue, no matter how big the drive is. I think I have to have a closet with just the hard drives. Now, that's something right there. If you're loading it to Mav Social, right there, that's a benefit. It's that much space less that you have to. Boy, I'm really doing an eloquent job this evening. That much less space.
Well, I don't know who our audience are, but let's talk as easy as we possibly can so everybody can understand. We all know and we've heard of that phrase called HD, which is high definition. As a video producer, you can look at something on YouTube which is a scaled down version of your master file.
That's going to be 40 gig.
Exactly. You could have a really large file at 40 gigabytes. And what we encourage you to do is upload the master file into Mav Social.
Really?
When you upload the master, it will then be automatically re-encoded, is the phrase we use, to about 100 different formats. So that if you're watching this on an Android device or an iPad, or it's being streamed to web or published direct to Facebook, Mav Social will publish the optimal content for that platform.
Oh my goodness. Did you just say what I mean, like, that's worth like $99 a month or whatever the price is for, I don't know what your biggest one is, but right there, what you just described,
that's the
savings.
I want to take the pain away, and that's what Mav Social does. We take the pain away from marketers. That's what I see that as a market opportunity, and this year, 2015, is going to be even more challenging.
I don't think people realize that.
No, they don't. I mean, right now, at this stage, right now, there's 700 videos shared per minute on Twitter. 700 per minute. That's almost 1 million shares of video content on the Twitter platform per day. Think about that. It's 1 million shares. Now, if I was a marketer and I was talking to an industry, whether it's a B2C or a specialist area, I'd be really adopting video as a fantastic communications platform, because it is. You can get so much more messaging into a short period of time with video, and it's a great way to be able to communicate.
And it's a fast way to really catch with the emotion, which is a really key issue as far as marketing. If you even cute kitties or someone crying, I mean, not that they have to be crying, but I mean, whatever it is, what is it? The picture's worth 1,000 words, but video gives you that opportunity to really connect.
Absolutely right. I mean, imaging is still a very, very key. Right now, there's a great deal of evidence to support that your text posts, if you have an image, and a compelling image at that, a year and a half ago, we could get away with shooting with an iPhone and that blurry type image. You could get by.
I don't know people that do that.
It's still there.
Yeah.
But now you need the more professional and the more engaging the quality of the image will also dictate the sharing and capability, the stopping, the pausing, and the in-stream. And people will see depending upon the image. We've been doing a lot of research, and in fact I did a study. I got some students to do a study, and they were on a public transport, on a train and a bus. And I asked, and I was with a couple of them, and we were going through, and I was watching what people were doing. I was sort of like looking over their shoulder. I was stalking them. I was looking at them. I was watching them, and you could see them. And they scroll down. We all do it.
Mm-hmm.
We get our phone, we scroll down, we see a picture, and we stop. But you'll stream past. Think about it. You'll remember our conversation, Deb. Everyone will remember this now. Mm-hmm. You'll stream down, and if it's just text, you'll pass it. If there's a link, you will stop. But if there's an image, you will most likely, if it's compelling, you will stop and pause for microseconds. And then you will either engage or continue the stream. And
You're
now
right.
with video, it's happening all over again. So there's a big change. And that's one of the things that what the team have done with Mav Social is you need content, you need imaging. So one of the things that we've brought into the platform is we've partnered with Getty Images, which is one of the world's largest stock image libraries. We've got Big Stock, which is another stock image library, and we've got a number of other image libraries available that you can access within the platform. So when you're creating a post and you want to have something which you think might be engaging that reinforces your message, within Mav Social, we're not here to talk about how you do it right now, but within Mav Social, you can then access all of these global libraries, and we've licensed them specifically for social media. And then you can download, some are free, some are paid, you can get subscription. I mean, there's all different models. But there's a lot of free images there. There's almost 200 million images available through the platform that users can then access for imaging to add to their posts to get that engagement factor.
And I think what people need to realize is the cost of the time. I mean, we can say that, we can talk math. I happen to love math, but most people don't want to hear the math behind the time factor. But when you're on a deadline and you have to get something out and you've got 30 seconds, that's where even finding a Getty image for a few bucks or whatever is so worth it to be able to meet that deadline.
It's all about time. And now the frequency, that's the other thing. You got to have frequency, you got to have reposting capabilities. The game has changed from just 12 short months ago. And if we're in social, all of us listening right now, if we think what we were doing a year and a half ago is valid today, think again, because it's not. 2015 is the year of video, the year of imaging, and of course audio communications in stream, again with Twitter for argument's sake. We're going to see a lot of change happening. There's going to be a lot of change in vendors. There's a lot of acquisitions happening. It's just an incredibly dynamic and wonderful sector to be in at the moment.
Unfortunately for those of you watching, it's not too late, even though we're like a month into 2015. It's not too late for you. But I think that window is rather small. I think people are catching on that this is really the wave. And if someone wants to be an authority and be known and to get on all those lists that, hey, these people that send out great videos via Twitter, this is a time you need to do it.
Yep, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Mav Social is a tool to do it. I'm convinced just the whole geeky side, and I know this probably bores most people watching this, but I'm sure there are a few of you watching that say, my videos are fine, I've got it all figured out, I upload to YouTube and it works, but you know what? Check again. Because many times we think that but then we're sitting here waiting for it to buffer for like 15 minutes we're watching, the people are not watching. So maybe it'll show up as a view, but they've only made it 30 seconds in, they've got tired of waiting for your video. So listen to what Matt is saying. This whole quality thing is really big. Coming from a video producer, coming from the guy who found this innovative Mav Social, we know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I'm with you, Deb. It's a challenge, without a doubt. It's a challenge for marketers. They've got to grapple with it. Just last year, Facebook had a 30-fold increase in video viewing within their platform. It's increased by 30 times.
And that was when it was YouTube. Now they've got their own Facebook video.
Exactly, and they're now moving ahead of certainly of the YouTube channel. It's just starting to equalize out there now, and marketers have to rearrange and redress how they're going to do this. You still have to have YouTube channel, without a doubt. It's still a predominant channel. It's a fantastic way to market, without a doubt. But there's competition out there. There's new mediums. There's new platforms. As a company, we see that as opportunity to be able to solve marketers' problems, because with creating a single post within our platform, my view has always been create once, publish many, so that when you create one post, you should be able to post that to YouTube and to Facebook and to Twitter at the same time, instead of what we all do today. We all have to go in there, then we have to go into another account, then we have to upload a photo, then we have to link the photo, then we've got to search it, and then, oh, hang on, that photo's on someone else's computer. or that hard drive that you talked about. Where was that fit? I want to take all that stuff away, and that's what we do at Mav Social. It's, you know, we're contributing to help marketers hang into this incredible business.
And right there, I think the cost, again, I don't have a price. I'm just quoting, what, like $99 a month or something. You'd pee. Oh, this is just, I'm going to remember this interview as the night that Deb could not speak. But
is it that coffee or that wine? Come on. You tell us, Deb.
Exactly.
Share your secret with me.
There we go. Yeah, I'll tell you after we're not live anymore. But you're going to pay a VA to do some of this. So, I mean, you're saving money right and left. If you want to have that edge, again, you're not making more money, but you got to have the edge to try to bring in more clients, whatever. That $99 is nothing.
Pricing wise, I think it's really competitively priced. I see downward pressure on pricing for 2015 in this entire sector. I think some of the there's a real divide happening within the entire business. All of the various competitors are changing in their pricing models without a doubt, and I see downward pressure. For us, we are a new player in some respects, but thankfully our team we're more experienced. We've been in information technology and media for many, many years, so I believe we can actually have a real competitive offering in the market. And I think price-wise, for what we deliver, it's incredibly competitive and very compelling for people to participate. But at the end of the day, you can have a free tool. You can be paying $99. You could be paying $10,000 a month. Unless that tool is going to help take that pain away, help you become more efficient, you can have all the tools in the world. There is no single tool on the market. There never will be. But they've got to be able to contribute and help you do a better job. That's the most important thing that people really need to be able to address and really understand, because that's important.
I'm mesmerized. It's like you're the guru of video publishing or something. Let's see, going, and there's that quote's good, that quote's. I'm just going to ask you if I can borrow a couple of those for an article title. You said so many valuable things. I do have a question though. Free trial, or it's free for Facebook and Twitter? Is that correct?
That's correct. You got to try these things out. So we actually have a free trial account where you can just go to mavsocial.com. There's a thing called sign up. Just click the sign up, and you can, a couple of fields, and you've got a trial account. And I always encourage people to do that because it's an introduction type product. It's not an app. It's not it is for businesses to be able to use. We don't sell to the husbands and the wives of the world to be able to communicate, or the teenage market. We're a business-to-business platform. So if you're in business, regardless of whether it's a small sort of, our market is that SME type level, then it's a great way to trial it. And almost all our clients have always signed up for like a free trial, and we say it might not be the edition that you're wanting, because obviously the more you pay, the more features you'll get, but it's going to give you a flavor. And that's a great thing in which to be able to learn these types of tools and, again, assess whether it's going to be the best tool for you.
Is there an expiration?
I think it will be.
I'm sorry, I cut you off again. Expiration?
For what? The free trial?
Yeah.
At the moment, it's perpetual. So if you just need a Facebook channel with limited publishing, at this stage, you can theoretically stay with the platform. But again, we do have a couple of clients who've actually, quite a few, who've stayed with literally a free trial because all they're really doing is Facebook. And they're like small practices or sole practitioners. They want to share information. And for them, Facebook is a great channel. However, the market's changing with Facebook, with organic reach and being able to increase your market. So this is the dynamic changing that's happening across the entire sector.
Excellent. I don't know if you caught it, maybe you didn't, but you froze for a moment there, but that's okay because we can find you on the net. So with that, I want to thank you, Matthew, for everything you've shared. You've got me so curious. I want to go check and see what kind of account I have and try it out, and especially this thing where it changes the video to all the different platforms. So where I'll be in 5 minutes after I. But
go get a video file. You upload it and an audio file. MP3 to encode it to, mainly MP3 is by far the more preferred format. certainly for podcasting, and of course, we as a business also have a lot of I suppose a lot of elements or features that are in development at the moment. Some I can't really say just yet because we haven't really released them at the moment, but you will be the first to know. I'll let you know that.
Cool. Thank you.
Because we also keep up with what's actually happening. So get your video file, upload it, see how it works, and try out some of those photos. Because there's a lot of free images, you just select the actual image that you want, or the platform that you want to use, and see how that goes.
Excellent. I'm going to go do that. And before I leave, how about a tweet size tip, and then where we can find you? Although I think we know where we can find you, but go ahead, tell us again.
Well, best place to go is just go to the homepage, which is mavsocial.com. And we'll put the link on the notes a little later on. But if you just go there's a thing called sign up, fill in the usual sort of first name, create yourself a password, and then you're in the application. And then there's video all the way through the application. My goal there is to have, because I don't know about you, but not many people actually go through right now and read all the help and manuals and stuff like that. I don't have time for that. No. I want a video. I want the answer right now. So I want every page to have a video, and of course it's something we're working towards as well. So go to mavsocial.com. That's where you can get a free sign-up. Trial that out, and if you like that one, of course you just simply can upgrade to a Pro, $30 a month. Pro Plus is $99 a month, and then of course the much larger enterprises have a slightly different offering.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Matt Holden, for joining us tonight on Web Tools TV. We've enjoyed chatting with you. And ladies and gentlemen, again, Matthew Holden, a.k.a. Matt Holden, Mav Social. Go visit mavsocial.com. You can also find them Twitter, Facebook, everywhere /Mav Social. Don't forget to visit Web Tools Wiki. This is their show. And Web Tools TV, which is next week, same time, same place, for another interview. And also look up the Mav Social page on Web Tools Wiki for some more information. And Matthew, you're welcome to help us with that to make sure that it shows everything that it should be showing and gets people over to your site.
Love to be able to do it. Thanks, Deb. Thanks for the opportunity. I hope I've been able to also share with the viewers some facts from our side of the fence as well. Great to be with you.
Excellent. Thank you. See you all next week.
Bye-bye.